Hi everyone, this is Dr. Omar. Today I'm going to show you how to enter data in SPSS. It is very crucial and critical that the format of the data entered into SPSS inserted in a way that will be recognized by the software, and so thus analysis will be appropriate at the end. So there is a tricky way to enter SPSS data. It's a little bit complex. It's not that similar to Excel. Excel is much easier, but SPSS need a little bit of attention to how to enter the data so that the software can do the correct analysis once you request further statistical analysis. So in SPSS, when you want to launch on the SPSS, you will get to one window, a window that has two small icons at the bottom here, far left bottom corner, data view and variable view. These are the crucial places in where data are entered. So if we go to SPSS and launch it, you will get this window. So just click on cancel, and then now here we are in SPSS data entry. Our data editor, as it's saying here, data editor, two important icons at the far left bottom, data view and variable view. Data view will show your data here, and the columns usually for variables, and rows are for cases or student names or whatever data you have. So to start really entering the data, we need first to define each column criteria and value to place in it. So we'll start with the first column. First column usually is the case or cases. So we will name it cases. Okay, and once you go here, you see, okay, cases is appearing here. The second column, we will call it variable. Let's call it number 1. And then if we click in data view, you'll see variable number 1. And so we'll do on and on and on. So we'll take probably a real example. Instead of putting cases, let's say put name of individual, then put the age of the individual, we'll put the height of individual, height, then weight, and then sex or gender. Right. It's very important that we pay attention to the information that we had entered. If we go to data view, we'll see that name, first column is name, the second column is age, then height, then weight, then gender. Again, the software doesn't recognize what kind of data you could enter, place or insert in it. It could be either scales. In terms of scales, mean continuous data, 1, 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or it can be discontinuous or binary, which means 0 or 1, yes or no, and so on. So let's start with this first column, which is the name. The name, usually name of a person, is not numeric, so we need to define the type as string. When you click on numeric, an icon, a window appears, and we will get an options to name the type of the data in that column as a string, because it's a text, it's kind of words in it, so we call it string. And you click on it, on OK, and it will show you now this is a string. Now for the age is of course numeric, we will not change it. Height is numeric, weight is numeric, which is fine, but Gender is not generic, either you are male or female, and male and female are words, text. So we click on string. Now we've defined really the content within that column for each one of them. So if you look here back, we've defined that this, please put in the name, text, put the age number, the height number, the height, weight number, and the gender, male or female. Back again here, let's go with the name. So if it is a string, this will tell you the width. What's the width of the column? Do you need the width to be 8, 10, 12, 20? It's depends on how many, say you want to put the full name with surname or just want the first initial and so on. Decimal also is not valid here because this is a string, decimal for number. Label, if you want to add label for that column. Again, value for it, it's just names. Missing column, that's also you know, the column in it, width of that column also. And then a line is very important. We need the data to be in the center. So if you click a line and then you go to name, you will find that sooner or later you find the name goes into the center and the number even with it goes to the center. Now for the measure, of course we know that this is a string or a text, it cannot be scaled, so we'll just leave it as nominal. Now we'll come to the next one, which is the age. The age is numeric and the width is 8, and age cannot be really either 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's, unless it is 7.5, and usually age is not written 7.5, either 7 years or 8 years, 10 years, 20, 30, and so on. So we don't need the decimal. We will make the decimal 0 for all of them. Height, even heights, it's either 165. There is nothing called 165.5. You just will leave it as decimal 0, and this one 0. Again, for gender we don't need that because gender is binary. Now with the age, the value for it is, well, it's numeric, it's known, and we will make it into the center. Now measure is very crucial, that age has to be scale, it is not nominal, otherwise this will mess up your analysis. So you need to make sure that the age is measured in a scale, which means 1, 2, 3, 4 as a number. Again, we will repeat the same thing with the height, numeric, width 0, and then we will go to the center and center it. And then with the unknown, it's crucial that you put it scale. With the weight also the same, put it right center and then scale. Now with the gender, we all know that the gender is a text. So what is important is, what does a value mean? So in a string, I think I will make, it's much better here to make it, rather than make the gender as you know, string, we'll make it as a number, and I will teach you a way, really a good way of really overcoming this. So if you put the gender is numeric, you cannot gender be numeric, either male or female, but what to do here is to give it a label or give it a value for this. So if we say for numeric, that if you say that gender for 0, let's say for 0 we call it male, and then we put value 0 and label it male, add this, and then for the female we would give it a value of 1, and for female we'll give it 1. This will make it easy for further analysis if we want to do some analysis with these kind of binary data. Click OK. So here you will see that you have two sub definition for the value within this column. So we'll then change this, rather than make it scale, and then we'll make it center. Okay, so now we'll go view the data view, it will look like that. So now here we can easily go and start typing the name. Let's say John, Peter, Matt, John, Peter, Matt, Helen, and Victoria. Let's type Victoria, capital letter, Victoria. Okay, hit enter. Now the age. In the age, we'll see that John is 25, you see, or 45. Matt is 40. Peter is 23. Helen is 25. And Victoria is 55. Heights, everybody has different heights, whatever height they have. 150 is called V. And this is really the best way to label each column correctly, and this is a little bit shorter. Now the weights can be really 60, 70, 80, and of course if you already have the data, the only thing is that you need to do is to just change the variable value in it and settings. That's too old for Peter. It cannot be weight, sorry, it's 23 age, yeah, weight is 80, so we'll make Helen 75 or 76 and Victoria 60, though it's repeated twice. Now the gender here, either we put, of course we said 0 is a male, so we'll put 0. We can't put 1 because his name is John, and then this is 0, and then this is 0, and then Helen is 1, and Victoria is 1. So if you look at it, really this is help us, this correct entering definition of labeling of all the columns will have an impact on this data. So now the SPSS is ready to run analysis based on the entering and defining each column. John is a text or string, gender is binary, text again 0 or 1, but we decided to make it scale, so for much better easy analysis in the subsequent different uses of analysis command. This is basically how do you enter the data in a correct way. And as I said before, if you have the data in Excel, you just copy it and paste it here and make sure that you really have double checked all this so that the setting for it is correct. That's it for this video.